It's base building day! I really haven't done like a proper base building episode except for when I first started it. We've made a lot of progress on this thing, right? I've cleared out this much desert. I've dug a literal hole down to bedrock that's incredibly, in my opinion, impressive. Maybe not to you, but oh well. And I built up all the sides to the skyscraper with the exception of this right one here. And I even did the floor, which I showed you last episode, which is taking forever to oxidize. So this episode, I'd like to make significant progress on the base. For starters, if possible, now this is going to be a tall order, especially since I'm starting the next semester in college, I want to see if I can get this entire wall built to the top. I also want to see if I can get significantly more of the desert cleared. And not the whole thing, I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing in this episode, but I like to get significantly more. And maybe we'll start the first floor, the first area, because work needs to be done. So, in order to build up the side of the wall, I'm going to need some more andesite. So we're going to go to a cave that is pretty nearby, and we are going to do a little bit of, well, not caving, but just resource gathering. And if you're wondering where the cave is, you're probably not. My beacon is actually already set up over there. Yep, there she blows. The andesite is just kind of gathered everywhere. Where did it go? There was a lot of andesite here before. I didn't clear it all out. Did I? Did I? Oh, no, wait. There's some more. We will be able to start building up the next side of the base. So once I figure out how exactly I want to do this. Before I put up all the andesite, this is all that I collected. It took me maybe about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, and I got all this. So I think that's actually pretty good. I have to get, where is it? The line that goes up the side that I made out of smooth stone on the other side. I don't know if you remember that. All right, hold on. Let me get a better view. We'll just go to the top of this little scaffolding tower, and we'll take a better look. Okay. So I went 2, 2, 2. Okay, so it went by twos. Okay, so from the base. So it's 1, and then 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all the way up to the top. Okay, so in theory, stay with me now. In theory, this should work. If my math is correct, which it rarely is. Okay, you're going to get to watch my brain struggle in real time. Here we go. So we have 2. And then 1, 2. 1, 2. I think I got it. I think. Because I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. And if I am, I hope I figure it out in the next couple of seconds. Because now I'm starting to develop a rhythm. When I did the other side, I actually messed up a little bit. I got an angle off because I, instead of going like 1 over, or instead of going 1 up, I went 1 over when I wasn't supposed to. I went a little too soon there. Like right here, 1, 2. Now I have to go to the side. Don't know if that makes any sense to you whatsoever. If not, that's okay. It doesn't make much sense to me either. It looks kind of right. Hold on. I think I can survive this fall. Or I'll just clutch it. Okay, is that right? I really don't know. I think that's yes. Yes, affirmative. I'm going to say yes. And now I have to put the andesite around it. I have to build it up. So we're going to do this time-lapse style, but before we do that, I want to explain, I kind of want to change the way that I do time-lapses, because since I'm not a professional YouTuber, right? I like to call myself one, but I'm absolutely not. Doing time-lapses where I just record everything and I just build the way up. That takes up a lot of storage, and I always worry that I'm going to, record too much or too little or this or that or whatever. And I've seen other YouTubers where when they time-lapse, instead what they do is they keep it at regular speed and they just show like a couple clips of boom, 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 like that. And then it cuts to progress, where they're up a little bit higher, and then they do it again. And it's just to show that progress is being made without making you really dizzy with your head spinning because of how fast it's going. And at the same time, since I don't have a camera account, it's not disorientating. So you can actually really get a grasp for what I'm doing. So I'm going to try today's time-lapse like that. And I don't know, if you want, let me know which one you prefer. We'll see how this works. So, with that being said, let's do our time-lapse. Pillager raid thingy. Don't mind if I do, I will happily take their stuff. Give me that bottle. Yes! Bad Omen 2, okay, 2 is like the lowest almost. Take a look at this. This side is coming along very nicely, and in fact, you can just start to see it if I come over here. And by the way, the desert expansion is going to come past this point. You can see right over here, I've already begun the wall on the side. So let's get a frontal view of the base, and then we'll get an interior view, because the interior perspective, I think, is one of the coolest ones. From the front, the front really won't change that much from here on out. I mean, there will be a little platform here, and there will be a satellite dish on top and everything, but aside from that, not a huge difference on the front. So what you see there is about how it will stay, and I think that looks really cool. It almost looks like a rocket ship. But the inside looks really cool. Look at this. Vroom. I think it looks awesome. It looks really cool, especially if you just have this perspective here. Because I think the first floor, we're going to cut it off like right there, I'm thinking. So maybe we'll have like a mini creeper farm on this side. I don't know where I'm going to put the iron farm. I really don't know. I'm happy with this, and look, all of the copper is really starting to oxidize now, which is awesome. I don't know why, like, these four right here have, like, not aged much at all, while the rest of them, even back here, are aging. To take a little bit of a break from this, is excavate a little more of the desert. So here's my objective here. What I do, I don't know if I showed this on camera before, I just go down one line, take out one strip, I go to the other side, take out one strip, so it's symmetrical. And I've dug a line. Please don't blow me up, Mr. Creeper, not today. Excellent. I saved the gunpowder, because I can use it for TNT to blow that up over there. This line that goes back here, this shows me how far back I need to actually excavate in the desert. When I look at it this way, we might only be halfway there. And it feels like an eternity. This might actually be more blocks excavated than the pit. This might be the bigger project. I think it's impressive. Hopefully you guys think it's relatively impressive. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'm actually not going to show it in a time lapse or anything. I'm just going to do a little, and then I'll record it. And I want you to see if you actually see a difference, or if it's just so massive of a desert that it doesn't look that different. Alright, y'all, I've done a lot more work on the desert digging. I really don't know if you can tell any sort of difference. I got so bored of strip mining it in the way that I did that I started just taking the chunk and moving my way that way, like pushing it that way. So I did all of this space. They're all trying to kill me. I think we're ready to move on to our next project, and if you couldn't tell, look at my boots. Do you like the gold trim on my boots? I think it looks awesome. I think it matches. And I've been shot. There's an arrow smack dab in the middle of my chest plate. Now, most of this copper is oxidized, which is wonderful. And Seth, Nathan, Josh, and I went to a, what's it called? What are those? Oh, ocean monuments. We went to an ocean monument. I've, like, never raided one before. So, we got a bunch of good stuff. Some sea lanterns. And I think it's time that we actually make the first floor, which is going to be about here. It's going to be a very tall first floor. And this is the design that I had in mind for the ceiling. This is basically Nathan's design, and I really like it. If I get more sea lanterns, it's going to be 3x3 in the middle instead of just one. So, in order to actually do this, though, I am going to need some more blocks. I am going to need more blocks. So I'm going to go collect some blocks in order to make more of this ceiling, and then we can actually make the stairway that goes up there. It's a very cool staircase, trust me. It's a very, very cool staircase. So we're going to make that. But, yeah, let me grab some materials quick, and we will get to our building. I think I have enough materials, at least to get a decent bit of it done. I don't have enough for the full thing, but we're just going to hope for the best here. So, let me see here. So, this is going to... I should probably tell you about this floor and what this floor is going to be. This is basically like a lobby. Like, this isn't even an official thing. This isn't anything fancy. It's literally going to be like a welcoming center, basically, even though, you know, you won't have a lot of people coming in and out of here other than myself. But the point of this welcome lobby thing, whatever you want to call it, is purely aesthetic. It's just supposed to look interesting. I initially wasn't going to make the ceiling very complicated, but Nathan convinced me because I figured that he would have good input on what I should do for the ceiling. And he most certainly did. This is like 99% his design. Now, all of these blocks that I'm using are darker tones because obviously this is the Empire. It's a very evil, it's a very dark theme that we got going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's there. And since the floor is really busy, right? Tough blocks everywhere and copper blocks, copper grates, all sorts of stuff. It's very busy. It's very happening. And in order for it to all feel like it flows together, the ceiling has to be the same way. If you ask me, at least. We're going to get the full effect here. We're going to literally... Oh, spoilers! Spoilers! Don't want to give you spoilers now. Let's walk in officially and see what we think. You know what? I am a fan. I am a fan of that. Chrome Cable approves. I like it. Alright, the second one is complete. Let's take a look-see. Ow. Now that we have it side by side, I do like that. I like how high the ceiling is because it definitely makes this feel grand. And yeah, I think this is cool. But looking at it like this now, I am thinking that we're going to have to make this wall more busy. We're going to have something on the wall. And I might switch these blocks here. I'm going to do as much of the ceiling as I think I want to get done. And then we'll make the staircase. So let's work on some progress as I jump off! So what do we think? I like it. I think that turned out really well. And I am going to build up the walls here on the side. And I'm going to hopefully make use of this space in here. I'm probably going to use this as like a drop zone for any farms or anything that I make. I kind of want to make another gunpowder farm, maybe an iron farm as well. So maybe I'll have one of those on that side, one of those on this side, maybe some sugarcane as well. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, now we need to make the staircase, that super fancy staircase that I think I was telling you about earlier. If I didn't tell you about it earlier, I'm sorry. I saw this on Instagram, and I thought it was really cool. So we're going to try and make it. We're going to have 3. Now, the one that it shows is only 2 staircases, but since my base has a 1-block center, I can't do that, or else it would be off-centered. So we're just going to have one line of stairs that go in the middle that don't move, but the ones on the outside will move. So here's how this works. You have what? Okay, sticky pistons. One here, right? You're gonna put redstone lamps on top, tripwire hooks, and then I'm probably gonna have to grab more string in a little bit. But you just put that on top. Now, hold on, let me activate that, and then there we go. So as I walk up the stairs, the lights will turn on, and these stairs, sorry, and the stairs will come in. And as soon as I walk past it, it'll retract. So as I walk up the stairs, it'll just light up. Now, it won't look cool really when I walk up, but if I watch someone else walk up, it will look cool, or if someone else watches me walk up, it'll look cool. So I just want to see if this works on a larger scale. I have a bad feeling that I've somehow not thought of this correctly. So we're going to see if that is in fact the case. All right, I need to build this at a larger scale. So let's see how fast we can make this work. Okay, so only this one is activated. That's cool. Now you're probably wondering why I'm actually making this. Like why make such a cool staircase in the middle of the floor? It's because I feel like it. Similar to the hole that I dug at the bottom, which is purely for aesthetic. This is also purely for aesthetic. This serves no actual function other than a staircase. So, yeah, you're gonna have to live with that, unfortunately. There is nobody on this server that is better at redstone than me. I am the best. And if you couldn't figure it out already, everything that I just told you is a lie. I have a problem. I almost made it to the top. I finished putting this all together. And the staircase would stop right here, which is like 3 blocks short of the top. Which means I have to move everything 3 blocks forwards. So it's going to start here instead. It's supposed to start here. And that might just about do it for today. There's a spider crawling up my building. Hello? Mr. Spider? Hold on. Nope. That was a big miss. Did he despawn? Just to recap, look at that. We got the whole side done here, which looks awesome. The only thing that we didn't finish on this side was the wall going all the way up to the top. But hopefully by the time we get to the next episode, or by the end of the next episode, that will be all done and the entire shell will be complete. And then if we go to the inside, actually first let's get a front profile view here because this looks really cool. Look at that. You just have that black line going right down the middle. That looks really cool. Obviously there will be a door here at some point, so that'll get covered up, but I think that looks cool. But you come on in. That husk is gonna notice me, isn't he? No, maybe not. Okay, whatever. You come inside and you have this really grand ceiling here. You have a really cool looking floor. This side is now done, and the staircase, of course, which I'm a huge fan of. Ooh, let me collect that. There we go. Really big fan of that. And then I finished the floor up here as well, so I'm guessing this floor will be my storage room. So maybe we'll start to tackle that next episode. We'll see. Yeah, let me give you another perspective. Alright, well, it's a little more lame when I go slow. But you get the idea, right? I think that's pretty cool. I think that's very cool. So, yeah, I'm going to keep on digging away at this off camera. I'm going to keep on building up on the side of the wall, and I'll keep on building the walls on the inside here. And next episode, maybe a farm and a storage room. Oh, I'm so excited. The adventures are only beginning, my friends. The adventures are only beginning. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see ya next time.